soul. And honey, I'll show you mine. I'll show you mine.
How you doing out there this morning? Oh, what a blessing, what a blessing. Listen, you don't have one for doubt. You don't have one for worry. You have one for fear. So if something isn't threatening your physical body, which you need for your soul to finish your mission here, then there's a trick to it. It doesn't mean flight, it means fight. Stand for. Know something. When someone asks you something about yourself, don't you dare whisper. You scream with the top of everything you are, because that's how they're going to stand up and listen to you. Your voice is your light, and we're going to prove that today. You are never going to guess your way into your purpose, into legacy. You're never going to guess the brightness of your light and the illumination of it. You're going to know it. And if you didn't before you came in here, trust me, you will by the time. If you know who you are, you'll understand where you're at. And that is the light that will direct you to where you're going. Today you woke up a version of yourself that you didn't realize you would never be again, because you're here. You are leaving with things today that will change you and will allow you to change the light and the frequency around everyone and everything you touch. I'm glad we showed the kiddos this morning, because they always make Dr. Loren feel special. And you know what? That's what I hope we can get inside of your sacred space starting right now. There's the bell of purpose, everybody. I'm sitting on pillows because yesterday my guest was taller than me on the screen. Lee. Remember Lee Lovely? Wasn't he awesome yesterday? Right. You know what? He's got all this flavor and stuff going on. I so wish he would have been coming to Jackson Hole in just a couple weeks for the Trueness Project, the Grand Butterfly Gathering. Oh, I forgot to take my butterfly off that other robe, which is now hanging in wardrobe, which is really our guest room. But anyway, I don't want that butterfly on me anyway, because it was supposed to be for Teresa. It was a gift, our guest today, and I just I'll repackage it and re-gift it back to her. But I had to open that sucker up. It was too pretty to let sit. So anyway, yes, it's a brand new day in their neighborhood. You know, you heard me say in that clip right there, you woke up this morning a version of yourself you'll never be again. Now, how can I say that? Because today you're going to find, I know it, you're going to find one E and you're going to find one R. You woke up, whenever it was today, great. By the time you lay your head down tonight, you will be greater. All you got to do is find one E and one R. It is not that difficult. Do something that's nice, and you went from nice to nicer. Say something that's bold, and you went from bold to bolder. Do something that's not as easy as it was yesterday. Now you went from strong, you guessed it, to stronger. Just like that. And then you wake up the next day repurposed, remembered, revitalized, replenished, and most importantly, resplendent. Oh, can I get an amen? That's right. Welcome to today's installment. We have got two guests today, which is the first since we did the reboot. You know, we were gone for an entire year, just sitting back and drinking Mai Tais. Not really. Orange juice, buttermilk, and water. Buttermilk? Granny Callie, get out of my head. My Grandma Callie used to serve buttermilk with every meal. I'm not kidding. I think I was like 5 before I realized that Kool-Aid was not water. She would give you water and say, juice. Drink your juice. And it was water. And I was like, till I went to somebody's house, another kid's house. And they're like, would you like some juice? And they put juice in front. I was like, do you have any clear juice? And they were like, clear, right? That was the day that I figured that out. And then she also used to give us Ritz crackers and say, have some cookies? Granny Callie. I'll tell you, girl. So anyway, today we have two people here that I just absolutely love. And you know, here on the show, I love to introduce people I love to you, people I love, right? So today we have M Teresa Lawrence. What's that M stand for? Y'all want to play the game? Guess the name? Guess the name? Okay, we're gonna. I'm going to give a book away. Wings of Purpose, of course. Um, Too soon to give away the book I'm writing right now with Dr. Sandra. Shameless plug. Anyway, I did that for your benefit, Lynda Sunshine West. I'm going to give away a book to the person that can guess what the M stands for. Let me see. I get to go first. So that means if you use the one I'm saying now, it does not work. There's the Wings of Purpose book. Isn't it beautiful? I know. I wonder where that meadow is. I want to visit it. I hope it's in Jackson Hole. I'll be flowing through it. Now, I want to say this. At this point. If you are in or around the Jackson Hole, Wyoming area coming up, we're going to give you the exact dates for you all here. I'll let the two people on the screen today tell you. We would love to have you there on the Grand Butterfly Gathering. And I and my husband, Dr. Brian, are headed there. We're so excited, and we hope you will be too. So today we have two women here. Our Lynda Sunshine West. I remember her from 2019, The Next Impactor, and I can't wait to find out what's happened in her illustrious life since then. And then Miss Mover and Shaker herself. I know I can call M Teresa Lawrence one day. She goes, "Oh, I'm just feeding the horse." And then 20 minutes later, I call her, "What you doing now?" "Oh, I'm on a yacht in some country with Queen Mariana or something." I just made them names up. But anyway, what I'm saying is you got to keep your eye on that way. You got to keep up, okay? M. Teresa Lawrence does not wait for anybody. If she says she's going to do something, wait about 3 minutes. It'll be done. So we're not even going to waste any more time. I'm just going to bring them in. I wish I had some fanfare, some drums or something, some drum rolls. Well, hey, I do have drum rolls. Well, look who it is. Is that a bouquet of butterflies?
Yes, it is.
Oh, you shouldn't have. Thank you. I'll take those now. What? They're not for me?
Oh, you'll get them in Jackson.
The entire bouquet.
Well, yes, but then we're going to give it out at the 4th of July parade, which happens to be
Always.
your birthday.
Yes. And you know what? I wanted to wear my Jackson Hole hat,
Mhm.
but I couldn't wait. I wore it last week with this robe. Supposed to rotate them.
Mm.
It said, no, should I wear it anyway?
You should wear it anyway.
Yeah.
And I have to tell you
Make
guys,
the
Dr.
switch. He's in
Lauren,
a
yeah,
wardrobe
I have
change.
to say, he marched.
I can't believe the wardrobe department
Oh,
got here that fast with it. So yes, right?
There you go.
yeah.
But last week I had your butterfly right here, which I am going to wrap back up in the plastic and give it to you. Maybe.
So Dr. Loren marched in the 4th of July parade on his birthday, and he wore that hat in Jackson, and he gave out butterfly paraphernalia to everyone. He had a blast.
Yes. And I'll tell you guys, let me just say this. When I Googled and then they sent me to a video on YouTube on how to walk in a parade, it was a misrepresentation. And I mean that because I'm telling you what, I would talk to everybody along the side. "Oh, how you doing?" Da, da, da. And I look and they'd be like a mile ahead of me. And I'd have to run. And Brian's like, "Can you keep up?" My husband. I was like, "You were homecoming queen, won't you?" And he was like, "Shut up." So anyway, I'm so happy you two are here. Here we go. Okay, there we go. You guys, if the internet stuff goes on, and for you, the guests, if I pop out, you keep going.
Okay.
Because they will still hear and see you. Okay. So I want to find out, first of all, we'll start with you, M. Teresa Lawrence. Where are you in the world today? Get ready, y'all.
No, I am in Wyoming. I am getting ready for the event, which happens, the book launch, Wings of Purpose, is on the 26th. And it is at the Wart Hotel in downtown Jackson. And I have to tell you, historically, the Wart is, it, I think it's on the National Historic Register.
Wait a
It
minute.
is-
Did you say wart?
yes,
Like the
WORT.
Frog peas on you?
Yes. I'm telling you, Google that hotel. It is one of the nicest places in all of Jackson Hole. And when it started so many years ago, they used to have sled races in. You've been here in the town, like right on the road, right in front of it. I mean, it's amazing how much this town has grown. But I am in Wyoming. I'm getting ready for the event. It's going to be fabulous. So many people are coming in. It's true, Lee Giobbe is not coming in, but he is distributing wings, like
The
children's shirts with
yeah,
wings.
he
Not
showed me
only,
yesterday.
yeah, not only in Jackson, but he's doing it in the country of Georgia. He's
Yep.
sending them around the world. He's doing it in Italy. I don't know how many places he's sending wings
We
to.
talked
And,
about that yesterday. Um,
and he's
oh,
an author in the book, and all of the authors in the book are contributing something. And Bianca Pino is doing a flutter in Florida. I
okay.
mean, every author is doing something. So that's where I am. That's what we're up to. It's going to be fantastic.
It is going to be fantastic. And just so you guys know, in case you're on one of the routes where route,
It's
roof.
fine. Either
I
way.
know. There's Grandma Callie again, because I remember the time I said, what was it? Oh yeah, I said roots. And she goes, roots. And I said, yeah, it's roots. Because Alex Haley's book was out, right?
Right.
What do you wear on your feet in the winter? Boots. Okay. Right. So he is
I love Grandma Kelly. I love Grandma Kelly
It
already.
was amazing. He's sending them to a bundle to Jackson, a bundle to Kenya, a bundle to Florida, a bundle to the country of Georgia, and also a few to Norway. So there you go.
Beautiful.
Yes, beautiful. Lynda Sunshine West, where are you?
I'm in San Diego. I got to tell you, I put on this robe today. It's about 85 degrees here. And I was like, today's Bathrobe Moments. I got to put on my robe. So I got it on just for the show. And after it's over, I'm taking it off immediately.
Why, you don't like robes?
Well, it's really hot. It's like a winter robe. This is not a summer robe.
I like the hood though. It has a hood. That's
It's like a boxer. Dun 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 dun.
No,
Like
you
Rocky.
actually, without the two things here, you kind of remind me of Princess Leia.
Oh yeah.
Remember her?
Yes.
Yeah, she
She's
kinda,
got that look going on
that's
right now.
Now,
I love that. That's much
Shaquille,
better.
I'm about to throw Shaquille under the bus. He's my show producer. Shaquille, remember that little thing? I was like, can you load this for me? Look in your WhatsApp. And you said yes at 5:47 a.m. But I can't find it. So I want to ask you about something, Lynda, here in a minute. But wait a minute. I got to show you guys something because I didn't do it yesterday. Now, it's still here. Where is it? There's a bug. I don't think it's real. Shaquille says it's real and the heat from the device will kill it. But it's in there running around. Look, here's a little video. Oh, shoot. Wait. I got to do this. Okay, keep your eye on it. See it?
I see it.
Yes, saw it.
Whoa,
That was me screaming.
There it is. It's a spider.
That's not real, is it?
Yeah, it looks like
Dennis Bonilla reached out. He says we look great on the show, so he's seeing your bug right now.
Oh, okay. Which one thinks it is? Okay. So anyway, yeah. Okay, that's enough bug.
That's a different bug. Yeah, there it is. That's not.
There it is.
That's
There
on
it
your
is.
computer, not in your computer, right?
No, I tried to squish it.
It's
I tried
in your
to squish it.
computer.
Yeah,
You literally have a
but I don't
computer
think
bug.
it's real. I said, well, they call them bugs for a reason.
But we're not supposed to see them.
Mm.
Computer
Well,
bugs.
this studio is in a sacred space. Oh, wait a minute. I want to be Alice. Hi, Jan. Hi, Marcia.
So if I go like this, I'll be kissing you?
No, other way.
The other way.
It's like patting your head and rubbing your stomach. So
I can do
let's
that.
talk. Let's talk about well, first of all, Lynda, when you were in the Next Impactor competition back in 19, was Action Takers Publishing already a thing?
No, we didn't even become a company. I wasn't even thinking of book publishing back in 2019. So yeah, it's been 4.5 years since Action Takers Publishing started. So it's been an incredible journey, that's for sure. But Next Impactor, oh my God, that was so much fun and so stressful all at the same time. It was a lot of stress.
Well, you know what? It got us ready for COVID because we had no idea it was right around that corner, did we?
Yeah, exactly. It was so much fun.
Now, and I also want to know this, Jan. See how I looked at you, Jan?
Yes.
No, that you're Marsha, Lynda.
Oh, but you were looking at me.
Nuh-uh, not on my screen.
Now, on my screen, you were looking at Lynda.
Okay.
Marsha.
Okay, well, whoever. You.
Okay.
M Teresa. M for Marsha. There you go. So I was thinking about this somewhere in my ADHD slumber last night because I'm telling you, this thing just keeps going. And I said, oh, how did they meet? How did you and Lynda meet?
We were on the Marketers Cruise, I believe. It might have, no, or was it
Here we go.
Secret Knock?
Secret Knock?
It could have been the Secret Knock or the Marketers Cruise. All I know is that there was a presentation and I reached out to Lynda and I said, you know, I've got this idea. Can you help? And not only did she help, she went so far and beyond anything that anyone has ever offered that, you know, thank you, Lynda. I just want to say thank you. I'm going to send you a bouquet.
Send me my flowers.
Because 95% of the proceeds are going to the nonprofit. And what a beautiful gift that is. And the nonprofit has the copyright. So Lynda has been gracious and precise, and just everything has gone like clockwork. Now I have to give myself credit.
It's called divine timing.
It is. It is very difficult to get 21 people to submit anything on time. And so I take credit for that because I chased these people down and I said, now. And then I gave it to Lynda and I said, can it come out on this date? Because we have to be ready to launch on June 26th before. And she said, yes, absolutely. And she's kept her word in every detail.
Thank you.
Point of clarification, audience. You know what she did there, right? Out of 21 people, who do you think was the last person to get their chapter in? That was her little.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah. Tell it to Judge Judy. Oh, sorry. Pardon the plunging neckline. I'll have to tighten my belt. You were right though. It is hard because no, seriously, I can speak to that because first of all, people, if you tell people you've already written your chapter, at least know the first word. Because I remember I was like, chapter, after I'd already lied 3 months earlier. And said, oh yeah, I've been had that ready. So I was like rummaging around. Is there anything here? No. So it you know what it is? It's the kind of thing where once you start though, you cannot get out. It really meets you where you need to be. And I didn't know that about it because I'm gonna tell you, I have had many offers over the last decade or so in this work to be a part. And, you know, they always, we want to gift you to, but you don't cast your pearls among, not that they were swine, but you have to be I always felt like, you know, it has to be a good fit for me. I don't want to just do it to go through the motions. You know, like when someone says on Facebook, pray for me, and you hit the emoji and not utter a syllable of a prayer. And that's not being impeccable with your word, like the 4 Agreements says we should be. So when you asked me about it, see there, when you asked me, because of course, M Teresa is also a coaching rock star, was he?
Yes.
Achievers, y'all, all of them. But it felt right. Because I know your purpose, okay? And so let's talk about that. I remember year number 1, and I'll tell you one thing, I won't be wearing a velvet jacket out there again. Lord Jesus, I was sweating like an old pig, a stuck pig, right? And in that kind of country, you don't want to resemble a pig at all because they'll have you on a spit in no time. It was so beautiful, and the people were so gracious. I mean, I took the tour downtown of the cultural center, and it's just, I met Nikki Sixx from Motley Crue. Do you remember that? Nikki Sixx walks in. I was like, who's that guy trying to upstage my outfit? because he was looking like, you know.
And then you had me chase him down and put butterfly wings on him.
Yeah, put and get in your place, right? So anyway, and so he and I are standing off to the side somewhere, and I'm like this. I'm checking out, like, so, what do you do? He said, oh, I'm a musician. Oh, and then me, dummy. Oh, I was too. Kind of am still. Anything he goes, I was in a band. I'm still in a band. Is it anyone I might know?
And you knew exactly who he was. It's
And he
hysterical.
goes, well, maybe you ever heard of Motley Crue? And then I choked and started groveling. And then he couldn't get rid of me for like 4 hours. I was behind him every place. You know. So anyway, just to show you guys the kind of people this Trueness Project just attracts. That was the first year. There was no social proof. So here we are in year 3. What, Lynda, what have you learned about the Trueness Project just through this book? And how, if any way possible, did this experience with these authors differ from all the ones? Because I know you've done a plethora of these anthologies. So I just have a feeling this one stuck out. How so?
Yeah, so first we've published over 800 authors in the last 4.5 years. So this judgment that you're asking about is big, right? And this is 21 authors of the 800. And so
Wow.
what was different, first of all, one thing that was different about this, having Teresa at the helm, M Teresa, that we don't know what M stands for yet. If you want to guess it, put it in the chat there. But Madeline, I guessed Michelle. I'm not sure. Maybe she'll tell us at the end.
Monarch butterfly.
Girl, please. None of the ones you heard here count in the free giveaway, by the way. Put them in the comments.
Right, exactly.
Go ahead.
Exactly. So having Teresa at the helm has been hugely different in that her involvement. She's very involved with the authors, which has been different from a lot of our other books. They're still involved, but not as much as Teresa. She is knows everything that's going on, and it's really incredible to see everything that she's doing. And when you have a leader like that, that's what I'm getting at, is the leader, the person who is leading any kind of group. It's their timbre that has everybody else move into line, move into place. And then not only that, but the stories, finding your the wings of purpose, this whole thing of purpose is something I myself didn't even understand that I had a purpose until I was 51. So reading everybody's stories about their purpose, what they're doing in this world to make a greater impact on the planet is really incredible and just so moving, and it's eye-opening. So somebody reading this book, if you don't really know your purpose, you might find your purpose by reading these stories. And what an incredible gift that is. I truly believe that once we discover our purpose, it's our job and duty to live the rest of our lives on purpose rather than on accident. So that's find your purpose in this book. You got it.
Well, I just am curious. When did you pick up the gift of time travel, Lynda?
The gift of time travel?
You said you found your purpose and you're 51. How did you go 6 or 7 years into the future?
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. I don't know. Today I was marveling at my own.
That was a compliment. It's not. Well, see, I knew there was something different, and I wasn't trying to throw you under the bus and put you on the spot or make you say anything that was not authentically true. But I know it is. Is this a word? Unescapable. Is that a word, Lynda?
Yeah, I think so. It is now.
Right. There's no way. Thank you. You cannot learn something about yourself when you touch this project, this movement. It's really a movement. Now, I want to say this. You are so lucky, Lynda Sunshine West, that Teresa called you, because see, this book that here comes a shameless plug in 3, 2, 1. The book that I'm writing with Dr. Chopra, head of the hepatology department at Harvard and younger brother of Deepak. Now,
love the shameless
I told
plug.
her when she called. Thank you. I told this woman that I'm about to put under the bus when she called me, your nemesis. She goes, I hope you're not going to work with that Lynda Sunshine West. I know. She had the audacity. And I'm sure you know who she is. Hold on. Because I have her here. I have her.
My cannoli.
Here she is. This is, you can't even see the whole thing. but her name, it says it on her desk. It's too big. Her name is Brenda Moonshine East.
Instead of Sunshine West? Are you
Yeah,
serious?
instead of Lynda, I'm going to send it to you. It's Brenda Moonshine East. And she goes, I don't just publish books. I launch dreams and turn pages into legacy. Coffee, books, big idea. Look at all the stuff she's got. And I said, I don't care what you say. I don't care. Because if you, I can't wait to send it to you. Wait till you see her. Yeah. I want you to frame it and put it somewhere. That's your other side of the world nemesis. Brenda Moonshine East. Okay. Because listen, there's a lot in a name. And I'm going to tell you something because everybody wants to know. How do I get rid of her? Oh, there. Oh, Shaquille did it. Look.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Brenda Moonshine East. Oh.
That is so funny.
Oh, now how come we didn't spell that before? There she is.
Real person. I gotta know it.
I know. See, well, the reason I did all that is because there is a lot in a name. And so we have M Teresa, and we're in the midst of a big giveaway contest just to talk about the name. Now, wait. Shaquille, how do you get everybody back? Oh, here we go. Thank you. I used to click all the buttons. I don't do that anymore.
So now I want to talk about Dr. Loren for a second. There's a reason I'm a coaching rock star, and there's a reason he gave me this book.
It's upside down.
It's upside down, the 4 Agreements. And he gave it to me, and he said, be impeccable with your word. And when you read that book, it talks about the power of words, the power of names, right? And so this year, we are Wings of Purpose, and we are having a huge impact with all of our purpose. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, Dr. Loren, for coaching me and, getting me through a really difficult time. It was Dr. Loren who said the power of 3, because he also has a nonprofit. And he said, you watch, the 3rd year, this thing is going to go global. And those words turned out to be true.
Yep.
And Lynda and Dr. Loren, I know you feel it. There is something powerful about the people in this book.
Yes.
And, time should be enjoyed in the moment because that's really all we have. And I'm going to enjoy this to no end because the group that's together, the publisher with Lynda Sunshine West, is, yes, someone has guessed. Dennis has guessed. Thank you, Dennis. This moment is so powerful, and I'm so grateful. And to have Dr. Loren come back to Jackson, and we have our whole documentary team going to be there. This is big, and the mayor of Jackson is coming.
I saw that yesterday.
He's going to open up the Flutter. So I have to get my my itinerary or whatever the schedule changed to include him. But it is going to be an incredible event. It just feels right. For anybody who feels energy, you can just feel it. It's going to be off the charts, amazing.
Now, you might want to express and explain to people what Flutter is, because as soon as you said it, I thought of that. Is that stuff they make with marshmallows?
No, okay. So when a group of butterflies get together, they are called a flutter or a kaleidoscope.
They are?
Yes, that is the name for a group of butterflies together is a flutter. The other word is kaleidoscope. And so that's why I call it the worldwide flutter. And it's going around the world. And what's fun, I have to say this because this is so fun. This year I added the worldwide canine flutter. So if you have a dog, you could actually go on Amazon and buy your dog wings and they can flutter with us. And we are going to have donkeys with monarch butterfly wings. I hired a magician who's going to run around and play with the kids. And we've got face painters and bubble machines and
a caterpillar.
Yes, and we have our favorite caterpillar will be there.
He's so excited. Who knew, right? Well, I just thought of your second book. that you can probably better not let Moonshine East hear about this. Kaleidoscope of purpose.
Oh, I love that. I
Oh,
love
that's
that.
good.
I love that.
Right?
It's really, really good.
Now let me tell you why I love when you said kaleidoscope. It was my favorite toy when I was a kid because every time I picked it up, it was a different toy.
Oh,
It
that's right.
never
Yes.
it never looked the same twice. And then when Greater Than was showing me how to access insight, it said pick up, choose any scope, periscope, telescope, microscope, kaleidoscope. I said kaleidoscope, just like that. I don't need to hear no more. And they said, well, we're not done with this. I want kaleidoscope. They're like, okay, okay. So they said if you just pick it up and every time you look through it with no questions, due north, all faith, you will start to see what is ahead because you are not looking through your outer eyes. Get ready for this one, y'all. It's in the new book. Shameless plug number 3. Hour 3. Because it's
Ding,
true.
ding, ding.
It's true. We use our outer eyes, and I can barely see the numbers on the house across the street. But when I use my inner eyes, which is my soul, which can look over the tallest trees of the future, you can access insight. You can see things that you can see no other way. That's why you say, well, I finally realized. Now I realize because now you're using your real eyes.
Ding,
I already
ding,
know.
ding, ding, ding.
Isn't that a great one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Right.
wish I had a dinger myself.
I'm telling you, it was trust me, it's not all it's cut out to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm not kidding. I'd rather never mind. Oh, you meant a bell.
Yes.
I got a potty mind.
I don't know what you were referring to, but I don't know if I want to know.
Oh, that's so
Yeah,
funny.
Brenda.
Hi, Sally Larkin Green. That's another great name. Sounds famous, doesn't it? Sally Larkin
Yeah, she
Green.
is famous in our world.
She is?
In our world.
Oh, hi. I
She's
need to know you.
She's the COO at Action Takers Publishing. You
She
will know her.
is?
Yes.
Well, here, come on in, Sally Larkin Green. So let's go back to, can I tell you what my favorite moment from year number 1 was and still is? I'm so glad I have it in video. That little girl. Remember when you released the monarchs?
Yes, when she's holding.
She's sitting there, and the monarch was on her hand. It was just its wings, and I was like, you know, you guys, there's something about this, and here it is. This is why, if you can't make it this year because it's short notice, I get it. But you don't have to wait until we're in person next year. Start by stepping into this movement. Here's why. This is the first, I have the Power Way Symposium, but it's nothing like this. Because this takes it all the way down to age 0. There were pregnant women walking around out there, and they could feel it. Their children were a part of it, and they were in vitro. There is something about the spirit of play. There is something healing when you hear unencumbered laughter. We were talking about this just last night. Husband and I. Husband, bring me my food. I'm kidding. Oh, Lord, please hope we didn't hear that.
It'd be funny if your food showed up right now.
Good night, honey. Your tent's out in the garage. Have a good night. So anyway, no, but it is healing. There's a reason they say laughter is the best medicine. And at this event, in person and not in person, you can feel the bliss that comes with, right?
It's pure bliss, pure joy.
Pure joy. Wait a minute. Where did this, do you remember the moment? The screen, because see you guys, the imagination, it is the one screen that we all have access to, and everything that we touch in this world tangibly started as a moment of inspiration on the screen known as the imagination. Matilda. That's the M. We're going to get it out of her yet. Do you remember that moment when you received this wonderful gift known as the Trueness Project?
So this is what I believe purpose is. I believe we think we have a purpose and we follow that purpose, and then the divine has something greater in store for us. So when I wrote Gloriousness, my children's book, and I went to Kenya to give it out. I thought that was my purpose. I wanted to help immigrants. I wanted to have children own the power of story so that they could heal, because it's all about the stories we tell ourselves. But then I end up in Africa and they ask me what should be taught in schools. And I say leadership, and that goes viral. And they're like, well, what are you talking about? I said, you visualize your dreams and you go for it, and it happens. And they go, how? I said, you don't need to know how. The divine knows how. So from there, I was taking all of these leadership courses, and I said, well, and this goes back to you, Dr. Loren, with the Guinness Book of World Records. I said, how do I associate my nonprofit with something so powerful that symbolizes transformation and get it out everywhere? And I thought that having the Guinness Book of World Records show up would get us so much publicity that it would explode us around the planet. And you know what happened this year? My board said no. Because now we're going back to you and what you said. It's not about a record. It's about a feeling, and it's about presence. So the question is, was it about getting a world record, or was it about creating a movement that's going to spread love around the planet? And that's what it is. So this year, we don't have the Guinness Book of World Records, and look what happened. We're going to be in over 100 countries. Everybody's calling me saying, how do we flutter? How do we get these butterfly things? How do we do this? So
that's
you
right.
Never know. You never know.
See, and I'm going to tell you something. That's not just arbitrary. It didn't just come out of the blue. Same thing happened. You know how I knew to tell you that? My husband. I was an event planner. It was our second date. And I had told him on our first date that I wanted to be a transformational speaker. And he bought a book and brought it to our second date. It is on my nightstand in our bedroom as we speak. I have yet to even crack the cover. But why is it on my nightstand? Because just the act of his faith in me, it was never about what was in that book. It was always about the book that was in me. Shameless plug number 4 on the table. Here we go. Who? I don't want to talk to Brenda. Brenda, Moonshine East is calling already. I told you, bitch. Better watch her, Lynda. So listen, I do want to ask you something, Lynda. What was it that made you, how did you know that this publishing world, which is not something a lot of people say, I know what I'm going to do. What was it that did it for you? So you said, you know what? I'm going to help people tell and share their stories with the world. And real quick, I forgot, download came when you were talking, Teresa. You're right. Because what I heard in the background, like Kmart shoppers, blue light special, who remembers those? When I was telling you that, it was because they were saying it's not about creating a world record. It's about leaving a record of you in the world.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you.
It always is when they say it. So, Lynda, what about you? When you heard them, you heard something greater speaking, whispering to you. Because they don't yell. They're not going to yell it to you. They're going to whisper it. Go ahead, Lynda.
Oh, I think mine was yelling at me, boy, big time.
Oh, I stand corrected.
Well, you know, everything's a journey, right? It's part of the journey, like Teresa was mentioning. And I believe that we think we found our purpose, and then that leads to our next purpose. So there are a lot of purposes that we have, not just one, and it's about the journey. But in 2015, I woke up January 1st and I realized that I had so many fears that were stopping me from living my life. And I decided I'm going to break through one fear every day this year. So that was before I met you, Loren. Had I not broken through those fears, I never would have done the Next Impactor, because I wouldn't have any belief in myself. But it was through breaking through those fears every single day that year that helped me to meet somebody on my journey. His name is Greg Reed. He's my mentor. And that's who I met Teresa through. Yeah, you know Greg. Yes. Yeah. So he was putting together a book called Footsteps of the Fearless, which I had it right here the other day. But he was putting together this book called Footsteps of the Fearless, and he invited me to be in it because I was breaking through a fear that every day for that year. And I signed up for that book. Now, I'm not a reader. I'm not a writer. I was never interested in either of those things in my life. I'm a musician, and that's my love is music. And so when he invited me, I was like, oh, I'm not a writer. And he said, don't worry, we have a ghostwriter who will write your chapter for you. And I was like, oh, okay, well, good. If I don't have to write anything, I'm in. Yeah. So that was the start of that. And I was in that book. And then after that year was done, he highly recommended or twisted my arm and said, you need to write a book about breaking through a fear every day for a year. So I ended up writing the book, The Year of Fears. That took me a year and a half to write because I don't know how to write. But then I met a book coach who taught me how to finish it. I finished that book. And then after I was done with that, I said, what's my next natural state of progression? I was in a collaboration book. I wrote my own book. I'm going to follow in my mentor's footsteps, and I'm going to put together my own collaboration book. So I invited, several people that I met on the journey and asked them to be in the book. And it was called Momentum, 13 Lessons from Action Takers Who Changed the World. That was the first collaboration book that I put together. I had the founder of UGG Boots, the inventor of the credit card magnetic strip, and the creator of the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and my mentor, Greg Reed, in that book, plus other people. I lost a lot of money on that endeavor because I didn't know what I was doing. While I was following his footsteps, I was stumbling a lot because I wasn't asking for his guidance or help, but that was so much fun. I didn't care that I lost a lot of money. I said, you know what? That was so much fun. I'm going to do it again. And that was kind of that catalyst that helped me to line up that this is where I need to be. And so I did my next a couple of collaboration books. They were amazing. They both hit #1 international bestseller in under 5 hours. And that was 4.5 years ago. And when I said, this is it, this is why I am here. I'm here to help people to get their stories into the world. And I truly believe that that year of fears had to happen in order for me to be where I am today, doing what I'm doing, impacting all these lives with their stories.
Oh, that's a book title right there.
The Year of Fears. It is.
Yes.
It is. It is. It's mine.
Goodness. I'm reading the bell on it. Yeah, it is. We'll see who gets it out there first.
No, she did. She's going to find it. She's going to find it. There it is. The Year of Fears.
Cancel that, Chat GPT. Never mind. We're not trying to do it because it is never about just one thing.
Right.
You guys, listen. I tell you all the time because everything I tell you is because they had to tell it to me first. Because I'm hard-headed, stubborn, and I talk too much. I'm just now in my old age, 64 in a couple of weeks on the 4th of July. Ding. Learning the art of listening. Now, and that's another reason these types of books are so wonderful because you get to listen in the voice of someone else for a change. Okay. So we're going to take just a short break before we come back. Lots of shows still ahead, you guys. And when we return, we're going to talk to both of these young ladies, Marsha and Jan. See how I did that? Got it right. About another thing. And I'm going to give it to them before we go to break so they can think about their answer. I want to know, moving forward, what is it? How is it you share with people how they can connect and find that one thing within? Now it's different, but it's within your purpose. That's why it's so wonderful when you step inside your purpose. They're never mistakes. It's just what greater than us has to do to keep our shit interesting. But when you get in there through the pain, that's why they're called growing pains and not growing tickles. Find that one thing that you get to do every day that eases some type of suffering somewhere in this world. And that is a beautiful thing. More show right ahead. I want to find out, what is it you do every day? You wake up and you know that you can use it to ease suffering in the world. And no fair using what we've already talked about. I want something fresh. You guys, stay tuned. We'll be right back. All of our stories begin with either in the beginning or Once Upon a Time. And for me, my story began pretty much, and this is how it was referred to for quite a while, a backdoor deal. I could be living in a different neighborhood, in a different school, with different kids in the same bedroom from day to day. And so it began to feel like I was moving through a maze. I was always the kind of kid who would talk to my imaginary friends. They would talk back. And I know now that it was a great thing because it was carving out a place for me to dream. A lot of us will say, well, I want to lose 10 pounds. And then down the road, we've gained it. Why? Because want comes like a wish list, but need comes with a plan. When you feel that power, that is your story, and you see how many paths it can light, trust me, there's nothing in the world that will make you say it wasn't worth it. Welcome back to, what's this show called? Bathrobe Moments. That's right, Dudo, you got one on. Listen, our two guests are here, and they're coming down the hallway right now. Lynda Sunshine West. And where is that? Oh, here she comes. Who are you on the phone with? Somebody at Buckingham Palace? I'm just kidding. Hate much, Dr. Loren? That's another thing. Get ready. I remember that Huffington Post girl was interviewing me. She goes, how do you deal with haters? What? We don't have haters within purpose. This is another reason you want to step inside. You don't have haters. You know what you have? Are you ready for this one? Write it down. You have closet fans. They love you. They just don't realize it yet. That's why we're here, right? We get up and ease the suffering. People don't need to covet. They need to love it. And I ain't talking about Lyle. There you go. Okay, I know, right off the top of my head. So that's amazing, isn't it? So who wants to go first about that thing that you are blessed, privileged, anointed, commissioned, and responsible for doing every day that eases some form of suffering somewhere in this world?
Teresa, go first.
Oh, well, for me, that's easy. I honestly feel I shine a light on everybody and say, you're an expert. And they go, what do you mean? I said, you're an expert in being yourself. Nobody can ever take that away from somebody. And when you share that with somebody that believes that they have no value, and you simply say, not only do you have value, you are like the most amazing expert on the planet on you. Be you, love you, create you. You're giving somebody permission to shine. And that's the whole purpose of the Trueness Project, to help people love themselves and to know that they are God's gift on this planet. The more they shine, the more that they give grace to the divine. I mean, it is a beautiful process.
It really is. Great answer, Teresa. Great answer. What about you, Miss West?
Yeah, it's interesting because Teresa's answer helped me remember my answer. So thank you for that, Teresa. I was on a call with somebody a couple of weeks ago, and as we were talking through, I was training her on something. And as we were talking through it, she gave me the answer to that question you're asking today, right now. She said, what you do is you do this naturally, is that you give people the confidence that they can do it. That right there is like just being able to be myself, doing whatever it is I do on a regular basis. Like Teresa, right, we just walk around with this. We don't know that it's anything special, but just being able to give people that confidence that I can do this. I mean, what an amazing gift that is that I've been, gifted with. And I'm just honored and blessed to be able to exercise it every single day.
Perfect answers.
And I want to share something. Every time I've called Lynda and I say, can we do this? She goes, yes. There hasn't been a no. And if it's questionable, she's like, well, maybe we don't know how to do it now, but we can figure it out. And that's the point.
We're told that all things are possible. All things. And you guys, listen. We're told you got to pay attention to the words. Even in that little clip, that's from my masterclass. Your story, and it was a perfect thing to play today because today we're talking about the beauty of stories. And I want to pivot as we kind of wrap up the interview today, the conversation. When you are deciding, do I go or do I stay? Do I go with them or do I not? So many people, I'm sure you all can relate to this. Oh my goodness. Oh, migraine. The last 10 years, I'm not kidding. I don't do it anymore. I don't chase people for the truth. I don't chase them down for an opportunity of purpose. Because if you're seeking it, you're going to find it. And when you are standing in front of the truth, if you've been seeking it, it is undeniable, right? But we get a lot of people who come to us as the last resort. They just gave all their money to something that didn't give them shit in return, but heartburn, heartbreak. And so listen closely to the names that people put on what they say they do. For instance, Action Takers Publishing. They're not looking for people that just want to turn it over and walk away. Call me when it's done. No. Teresa is an action taker. No wonder it was a perfect fit. See, when something doesn't make common sense, it's for a reason. Because it's not so common. Well, that's common sense. Oh, really? How come more people don't do it? Okay. Perfect sense. It makes perfect sense because that means it is within divinity. Now, also, the Trueness Project. Fake it till you make it. That ain't true. That's a knockoff. That's a lie. That's a version. You see what I mean? You must be ready. You must stay at the ready. If you are going to seal whatever it is you're leaving in this world as your legacy within the hallways of history. When you make these choices and you do the work to really look at what people have taken to, Teresa did not just put her hand in a basket and pull out the Trueness Project. You didn't, Lynda. Put your hand in a jar and pull out Action Takes. It had to mean something. Know what you're looking for. And you won't know what you're looking for until you believe and embrace who you truly are. When you know who you are, you'll understand where you're at, and that will light the path of where you are to go next. To Action Takers, to the Trueness Project, to the moon and back. The possibilities are limitless. And I just, it really chokes me up because my mother, last thing, and then I'm going to let you all get your little final, your Jerry Springer moments coming up. Get ready. Your final thoughts. My mother, we didn't know each other for the first 32 years. We were separated after 20 minutes of being in this world together. Took me to clean me up and never came back with me. And she told me, I know why it happened, son. I was like, why? She goes, it's wonderful, but it will break your heart one day. I'm like, well, what is it? And she goes, you're about to step into a divine purpose where God will give you brief glimpses inside the greatness of certain people and say certain opportunities. But what'll break your heart is one day you're going to look to the left, to the path you've lived. You're going to see all the faces of those you tried to tell what you saw. And when you see how many of them won't believe you or couldn't believe you for whatever reason, it's going to shatter your heart. But you keep going because even if there's that one, and that's the phrase that sticks with me to this day. It keeps me going. I got to get up today because what if today's the day that I meet that one? And I want you to think that way too. All you have to do is get up every day and believe with everything within you that you can bring something to this wonderful world that has never been here before. But that means you must get up and believe you can be a version of yourself that you've never been before. So now that I'm finished, that was my final thought. Lynda, you get to go first on this one. If everybody was to forget every single word that we've shared here today, except for what you're about to say, what would you say? What would you hope they remember? Most of all
would be the thing I tout all the time is that if you're experiencing fear, that is your sign to do it because you're scared. Because 99.9% of the time when we break through fears, the result is something great. So if we're not breaking through those fears, we're depriving ourselves of the greatness. And so why do we do that? Why do we allow fear to stop us? Let's use it as fuel to fuel us forward rather than fail us backwards. So go out there and do it because you're scared. Use that as your signal to do it.
Alice? If you're Alice, now you're in the middle.
Well, if fear is going through fear is going to get you where you're going, I have been so outside of my comfort zone for the last 3 years, and Dr. Lauren's going, oh yeah. But I want to say this. The first year I was chasing. The second year I was learning. And this year I mean, the only phrase that comes to me is be, do, have. I am me. I am being true to myself. And what happened this year was I'm not chasing. You want to come to Jackson and experience love and joy and happiness and the vibration that we are offering? Come. If you don't want to be there, then you're not meant to be there. Maybe you'll come to us in the future. But my path is now so clear. It is so divinely guided, and it is not chasing. It's just being. So believe in yourself and take action, because God is guiding our path. And if you follow that path, you're going to achieve greatness on this earth. And that's my trajectory. And I want everybody that's coming with me, that's coming to Jackson, to come with.
There you go. Now listen. She's right. I was given that same command last year. Dr. Loren, abandon the chase. Sit back and simply monitor the race. Because, you know, you can't force feed legacy, purpose. So I want to leave you with this today as we close this wonderful illuminated conversation with Lynda Sunshine West and M Teresa Lawrence. I just want to say thank you, ladies, for all you do to make this world a better place each and every day. I am honored that we were brought together by greater than God, spirit, whatever you want to call it, but it was purposeful. And I am a better man for knowing the both of you, and I sincerely mean that. Now listen, remember this. Get up every day. In the closing thoughts, Lynda said the word greatness. So did Teresa. And so here it is. Go from great to greater every day. Great to greater. Find that E&R. Just do those two things. Great to greater, great to greater, great to greater. And I guarantee you, when you step through that door to the right, the exit door from this life into what is next, there's going to be a welcoming party. And you're going to say, who is that? Who indeed? Here comes Lynda Sunshine West. Here comes M Teresa Lawrence. Here comes Dr. Loren. And here comes all of you. Only our greatest. Have a great day. And it will be greater. God bless you. I love you. And there ain't a damn thing you can do about it. See you tomorrow morning. Ricky's in the house. You don't want to miss it. We'll see you soon. Thank you, ladies. Great job.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
I spell it out before you get it, baby. Show me your soul, and honey, I'll show you mine. I'll show you mine. Oh, I'm standing right here holding up a sign, shamelessly displaying my state of mind. Past me, pretending like you don't see.